Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the more than likely the last road trip update. I think it's video 4 or 5. Can't remember. Let me know down in the comments which one this is. Anyway, I'm still here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's Monday morning. I'm sitting outside of Planet Fitness, and I know I've always said that Sunday is the best day for delivery, and it definitely was here in Jacksonville as well. I had a good breakfast, good lunch, a decent dinner. For some reason, dinners just don't seem to be that great around here. I actually make more money breakfast and lunch than I do it, or at least as much at breakfast and lunch as I do at dinner, which really kind of sucks. In Virginia Beach, you pretty much most days you skip breakfast and lunch, at least during the week. Sometimes lunch is okay on Friday. Sometimes breakfast is okay on Saturday, but lunch is usually no good, but every once in a while it's good. Sunday, once again, though, is one of the few days you can usually, not always, but you can usually work all day long and make good money. When I say good money, I'm talking $20 an hour plus. Usually it's on the plus side. So yesterday was a good day, as I said. I made a total of $299. Now working all day long, so a good 10 hours, maybe 11. I started at like 6:30 or 7:30 in the morning, but of course I take breaks, for an hour here, hour and a half there, that kind of thing. So even though I delivered until 9:30 last night, the whole time wasn't delivering. The best thing about yesterday was I finally started to get some decent dinner orders from the more high-end restaurants. For some reason, I haven't been getting those. In Virginia Beach, you got your P.F. Chang's, your Cheesecake Factories, your Mizuno restaurants, some of the sushi places. A lot of sushi places in Virginia Beach. Around here, you got a lot of those restaurants. You got P.F. Chang's, Cheesecake Factory right next to each other, Maggiano's Little Italy, J. Winchester, I think it was. J. something or other, J. Wentworth, I forget what the name of the restaurant was. Another high-end, I think it was a high-end steakhouse I picked up a couple times. And, in Virginia Beach, you can get $20, $30, sometimes even $40 orders or $40 doubles on a regular basis. Maybe you'll have a night where you only get one of them, but then you have another night where you get 3 or 4 like that. You can make $150 in 4 or 5 hours easy. Sometimes $200 in like 5 hours. I regularly make over $30 an hour for the whole day when I work 8 or 10 hours. Around here, I have some theories about this, and I think part of it is obviously everything is farther apart, so it's a lot harder to dirty app. Dirty apping is when you take one order from DoorDash, one order from another app at the same time, like Uber Eats. They're both going the same direction, so you accept both of them. Every once in a while, you'll be looking at your phone, and you'll get them at the same exact time. You'll switch back and forth from one to the other and go, oh, you know what? I can take both of those. Boom, take that one, go back to the other app. Boom, take that one. Figure out which one is close, make that pickup, then go to the second one, make that pickup. But you don't say that you picked up the first one until you've got the second one. That gives you a little more time to make that delivery. Then when you've got the second one, you get in your car and you start driving the direction you need to go before you say that you've picked up both the orders. That gives you an extra 2, 3, maybe even 5 more minutes to make those deliveries and still be on time. So dirty apping is harder here because everything is so much farther apart. In Virginia Beach, you've got strip malls where you've got a Ruby Tuesday in the parking lot, And then you got a strip mall where you've got Panera, Chipotle, Crumble Cookie, Domo Ishi. I think there's one more restaurant. I mean, connected, right next to each other. You don't really have much of that here. You have good restaurants that are close together, but they're 100 yards apart. They're a tenth of a mile apart. You know, in the town center area, you do have Cheesecake Factory and P.F. Chang's and the Maggiano's Little Italy and those other restaurants, but they're not that close together. And at least in my experience, I haven't been getting great orders from them. Those restaurants in Virginia Beach, you can get $17, $25, $30 orders from those restaurants. I didn't get a single one of those orders. I think the best I got was from Maggiano's, which was like $19, but it was going 12 miles. Now, I will say, because everything is so spread out, they've got a lot more bigger highways, bigger streets, and it was a Sunday, so 12 miles was more like 8 because you're going a high rate of speed. I'm not going to say what that rate of speed is, but a high rate of speed to get to the delivery. But once again, it makes it harder to dirty app. It makes it harder for the companies to send you 2 orders in one shot. You know, sometimes one company sends you a double. So it's harder to do that, and because of that, I don't think you're going to have a $400 or $500 day like you can do back in Virginia Beach. That being said, you can still make good money. You know, I did have a little problem with Maggiano's. I think it was the second time I'd gone in there. There was a couple of kids running the takeout area, I guess you'd call it. And they're looking at me funny the second time I went in there. And one of them was like, "Is that one of those hats with the hair in it?" Of course, I was like, "What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about." "Oh, is that one of those hats with the hair in it on the hair?" Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. They start laughing, of course, and they give me the food, and I pick it up, and as I'm walking out, I go, "These damn kids," and they start cracking up. It was a good time. Anyway, I got another little story. I was stopped last night at a Walmart. If I hadn't told you guys before, I am traveling in my Vanper. I call it a Vanper because I'm sleeping in it. I've taken all the seats out of the back, and I've thrown my mattress, yes, from my house, in the back of the van. I even have AC plugs back there where I can plug in my CPAP. Eventually, I want to create a platform back there to put the mattress on that'll have storage underneath, but I didn't really have time to do that. I bought the materials, but didn't have time to do that before this trip came up. So I parked my Vanper at Walmart. I go in to use the bathroom, and, you know, blaming on the old man's eyesight, whatever, I walk into the ladies' bathroom. Luckily, there's an employee in there, female employee, obviously. And she's like, "You're next door." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." She was an attractive lady, by the way. I go out, I go use the other bathroom. As I'm leaving the store, I'm like, "Sorry about that." She's like, "That's no problem." I was like, "I wasn't trying to create a movement or anything." And I was like, "Well, I was trying to create a movement, just not that kind of movement." Anyway, you might notice my jokes might only be funny to myself, but, you know, whatever. If you like my jokes, then keep watching, because you're going to get more of them. So I made pretty decent money yesterday. $399 with a $4 cash tip. Just $1 short of... I'm sorry, $299. $1 short of $300. I could have easily made $300, but it's one of those things where, you know, when I'm tired of doing this, I'm shutting down. Gonna grab something to eat, get some sleep, so I can leave Jacksonville today, head back to Virginia Beach, and then we can have some more Apex Legends videos in the next couple of weeks. Excited to get back playing some Apex Legends again. I'm even thinking about making another episode of the Saga of the Old Man, where he gets up from his Davenport and slays these kids. Anyway, I guess that's all. Oh no, wait, there was one other thing I want to talk about. I had another incident like the one I just told you about years ago in a bar in Anchorage, Alaska. Believe it or not, I was working at a golf course in Anchorage, Alaska, and we were out one night. You know, we'd had a few beers. We're in a bar called, I think it wasn't Top of the Rock. It was a little Italian place. It had the best pasta. I mean, we're talking 25 years ago, guys, so forgive me if I can't remember the name of the place. Anyway, I did the same thing. I'd had a few drinks that night. I walked into the ladies' bathroom. Once again, there was an employee in there, and it was my waitress. And, you know, I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I went in the wrong place." She's like, "Oh, no. It happened before. It's happened before." So the funny part was, 20 minutes later, we're sitting at the table, and she comes over and whispers in my ear, and I don't even remember what she said to me. You know, it was something about being in the wrong bathroom or something. And I made a comment to her, and of course, all my buddies with me from the golf course, we're like, "What? What was it? What's that about? What? The waitress? Why is the waitress whispering in your ear?" You know. Of course, I didn't tell them. I just kept it to myself, let them wonder about the old man. Of course, I wasn't an old man at the time. I think I was 30. So, you know, she could have been hitting on me. Who knows? Anyway, pretty funny when it happens. The old man's done that before. I'm sure it'll happen again. Probably as I get older, it'll happen even more often. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. Drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. Once again, leave a comment down below. Let me know which episode this is, and we'll see you next time.